All good, yes?
Yes, it should be fine.
Alrighty, and action.
And action.
So, welcome everybody. This is our Imagiknowledge podcast. This is the guy himself,
I am Alexis,
aka
aka Imagiknowledge.
I'm John. We have a guest.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jesus. I'm the guest for this episode's podcast.
Dope as shit.
Let's go.
Alright, so what are we talking about today, Alexis?
Today, the first topic is fighting, okay? But the first question is, why are we so intrigued by violence? Yeah.
That is a good question.
You can go first because you're the guest, We'll give you the privilege.
All right. Well, shit, we gotta break it down like bit by bit. I think we're so intrigued by fighting because it's like the first thing we had as entertainment, as like people, as like a fucking species. It was always like,
son, you saw and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, on like some caveman shit, bro. Like you saw two dudes fighting and you're like, everyone's gonna be drawn to this. And then as the years it got more advanced, like with the UFC, before the UFC there's boxing. Before boxing there's like what, wrestling, I guess?
That was
Greco,
wrestling.
some shit like that. So it's like we built up like from the beginning of sports or physical sports, combat sports to be specific, to what it is now.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, so that's like, we are intrigued because that's the first thing that came from everything.
Yeah, and plus the evolution of it, it just always got better. Like compared to every sport, I don't feel like there's a sport that's like evolved as much as combat sports has, because there's everything now in combat sports wise.
Even like you could say like football is a kind of a combat sport because they're trying to hit each other.
It's definitely a contact sport, that's for sure.
Yeah, but
but it's like how you're saying it is evolved.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have sports for fun.
Yeah,
instead of just combat for reasons that we want to like win something particular.
Yeah,
or if you don't win, you're dead.
Yeah,
situations, because those are super entertaining still, even though we know something's not gonna go. It's not the best thing to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, hey, well, this is fucked up. But you still kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just funny.
Well, that was my take. What do you think about that?
Like, I think that's cool. The contest aspect is pretty fucking dope. There's like the contestant here, contestant here. There's always like which is better. So we were intrigued by like, I guess, who is better in that aspect, who is stronger. Yeah. But it's not always who's stronger. Sometimes it's like who is better. Like sometimes it could be the faster guy. It could be the faster guy kicking the legs of the dude, and then he's fucking swinging and shit. But now he can't swing because his legs are fucked, because that fool was fast and he just kicking the shit out of his legs. So, like in that aspect, sometimes it's cool to wonder. Not only it's not who's bigger, but who is better, who's more well-rounded, and that's the beauty of the martial art of like UFC and fighting and shit. It's like you could be the best, kicker, you could be the best grappler, but it's like trying to be the best all around is a challenge. So that's what intrigues me.
That's true. That's true.
Pretty dope.
The years of training, dedication, all that, like fucking adds up.
Right.
What about you, Alexis?
Well, the question was, why are we so intrigued by violence, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, evolutionary,
Yeah.
We legit had to kill things to eat them.
Yeah.
Which is the most violent thing that we're really gonna experience, besides killing each other because we're trying to defend ourselves, or just completely demolish and take for yourself.
Yeah.
It could be either or. But then you find it fun when you just do it because you guys both decided that this is the thing you guys want to do.
Yeah.
Is to fuck each other up real quick and see who's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I think that's also because it's like that's as real as it gets, like death, like that near-death experience of like, oh, this dude's trying to fucking hurt me, like legit. That adds.
Like he's almost trying to kill you, but not on purpose. Yeah. He's just gonna hit you as hard as he can.
Yeah, and even when you see that on the street, like that like that's something that's like more serious than anything you could do, is that like self-defense moment of like, I'm gonna hurt you or you're gonna hurt me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you put your life in the fucking at risk.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's true. Yeah.
That's when you're like, I might kill you.
Yeah.
By accident.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, but I will hit you as hard as I can.
Yeah.
So, it's just, you don't know how hard you can truly hit.
Yeah.
Until you're like fighting for your life type shit. Because you will be like, I'll break my whole fucking knuckles, bro.
Right in your fucking
hit
jaw.
as hard as you can.
Break that shit.
So it really depends. But then we really like. I saw a video I saw a video on TikTok of there was a wedding like in the forest or something, and then they were trying to record it, and then in the background there's a bear eating like a deer.
That's fucking awesome.
Legit.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
That's fucking awesome.
And I'm just like, bro, that'd be a badass wedding. Like with that in the background and shit, you're just like, yo,
nature.
What if they just like, what if they coordinate that? Like they put the deer there, and they're like, we're getting fucking married this day.
That'd be hilarious.
And they just let it sit till a bear pulled up. You know?
Bro, it was crazy because they're trying to take pictures and like legit like put the rings and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bear legit snapping a fucking deer in half, like alive still, trying to eat it and shit.
That's crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
And I was like, but it's like you see that and you're like, that's insane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it's still like, hey, but that's kind of cool to watch still. You know? So it's not happening to you. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like 'cause it's part of the nature. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
That like this is what's supposed to happen. We're just here to watch it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah. So when it's not legit happening to us, we're like, intriguing.
Yeah.
Intriguing. What is happening to you? You're like, well, fuck.
Well, fuck.
Let's go. I guess we're gonna fight.
Well, I also think it's because it's also that reminder of like, shit, this is real. Like it gets real.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you think you can't die.
Yeah.
So then they're like, how about I knock your ass out?
Damn. Imagine knocking out a fucking bear that's trying to eat you, bro.
Damn.
Like,
I don't think that's possible.
I'm saying, like,
Mike Tyson versus a bear. Like, you think that's possible? You think like a strong ass man could knock out a bear?
Yujiro Hanma
Maybe
could knock out a
him
bear.
out, maybe.
Who's that?
He's an anime character.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it like Baki?
Yeah, grab a bug. Yes,
okay.
it's that. Yeah. That fool's sick with it. But I was being dumb.
If he has some crazy character. That's just funny. Yeah.
Definitely not possible. We don't recommend punching a fucking bear.
Yeah, run.
Definitely don't recommend that. Run. Wait, if it's a black bear, make yourself big, and if it's a brown bear, get the fuck out of there. That's a grizzly, right? I'm pretty sure.
You're fucked.
And then polar bear, same thing. Get the fuck out of there. But I'm pretty sure you're not gonna fucking run into a polar bear anywhere around here. At least you shouldn't. Until you do. Then you're like, Matrix, what's good?
Yeah, that's really why I think violence is intriguing because we always had it, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because violence is what led us to get to this extent that we could be chill for the most part now.
Yeah, you can't have peace without violence. Type shit.
They weren't in the peaceful times because the violent times came already.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're in a little phase of peaceful times.
Yeah.
And then eventually these peaceful times are too peaceful. And some people are like, well, I feel like taking over this other country.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know? And then we're like not so peaceful anymore.
That's gonna.
Everybody's like, get the guns, guys.
America, we'll be good. Everybody got guns here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's nothing ever happens here for that reason.
Yeah, that's true.
And as soon as you come over here, bro, we're fucking you up. There's nothing you can do. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm like, violence was always there.
Yeah.
But now we have the option of violence or no violence.
Yeah.
And to the point that you can go train because you're like, I want to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
You know? Before it was like, you knew how to fight or you didn't, and somebody was fucked if they didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
But right now, you're like, it's really an option.
It is an option, yeah.
Because they're like, even if you know how to fight, I'll pull a gun, and there's nothing.
Yeah,
you're like, well, why? Why? Why is there guns, bro?
No matter how much training I do, bro, a gun's always gonna beat me.
Exactly.
Always gonna beat me.
That's it, bro.
So right now, it's just an option, you know?
Yeah.
You're having fun for the most part.
Yeah, of
learning
course.
how to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before, it's not an option. You just did or didn't. And one was like, you're fucked, and one was like, you can do shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? And now we have the option, so it's fun.
It is. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, violence is intriguing, because now it's an option.
It is an option, yeah.
And it's fun.
Violence is scary sometimes too, bro. The place you gotta go for violence, that shit's...
Yeah.
It's like, I'm number one.
Sure.
Number one.
It's like a different type of, how do I say it? Like emotion when you're performing it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but like when you take that violence to that level, for example, like with fucking gladiators and all that, like I don't know what type of mindset they had to be like, hey, yo, like I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna fight like 18 other dudes and I'm gonna live.
Right.
I'm gonna survive.
That sounds fun to an extent.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You know? If you're really that good.
Yeah?
you want to test it out, you go in there.
Yeah, because even back then, like, I don't know if you'd be watching the videos, but, like, they would send man against lion, and sometimes the man would win, bro.
That's savage.
That's what I'm saying, to be like, you know what? I'm going to kill an animal that's designed to kill.
Exactly.
Fuck them up.
Yeah.
Kill all kinds of fucking animals, and you killed it. Damn, that'll be
That's some
crazy.
G shit.
Yeah. And dude.
What the fuck? What's the craziest animals that anybody could kill or try to kill?
A panther.
A panther? Yeah.
Imagine
panther
trying
at
to
night,
kill
bro.
A panther, yeah.
Panthers?
At night.
Like, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, you
When you
fucked.
say at
You
night, yeah,
fucked.
when you say at night, that's a little crazy.
You fucked, bro.
Because it kind of looks like a shadow.
Yeah. All you probably see is the eyes and just movement of like
Shit.
blackness. That's it.
Fuck.
Or probably you gotta hear shit too.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because you can't see shit.
But they're fast.
They are fast and you'll probably die.
But they're fast.
but
Damn, not
yeah,
fun.
nah.
Not
That's
fun.
scary. You're just saying violence.
Not fun.
Definitely not.
And then the next question is, why do you think it's important to learn how to fight? You can go first.
I think it's important to know how to fight because I just think that sense of like, hey, I could protect myself and no one could fuck with me is like a different sense of peace that you're giving
It
yourself,
is.
you know?
It is.
Because as a human, you always have like these like survival instincts of like, damn, bro, if I get in a fight or something goes down, like, what am I gonna
Fuck.
do? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you're either in it's fight or flight. It's always fight or flight.
Right.
It's either you're gonna survive or you're gonna crack under pressure and you're not gonna handle these situations as you should. Because there's always ways to handle a situation, right?
All right.
So it's like it's either someone's talking shit and you start swinging and then you get knocked out because you don't know what you're doing.
Right, you didn't see it coming.
Or you could diffuse the situation, and once it goes past the point where you defend yourself, that's all
Right.
you, and you
Right.
solve it out,
Yeah.
you know? So to me, it's like the ultimate problem solver of danger to you from another human, you know?
Right. Right. You're able to deal with them knowing that you could probably whoop their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, bro, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm legit here chilling. But if
Yeah.
you want me to whoop your ass,
You're like, bro, chill
like
out.
throw a
like,
punch at me if you're gonna do it.
yeah,
But I'm not gonna whoop your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Unless you do that.
yeah,
That makes sense.
that's true.
It's like a good option, you know? It's
Yeah.
like you're really trying to deal with it just calmly
Yeah,
until they do something stupid.
Bro, that
Yeah.
shit's hard as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like your adrenaline's pumping, like you're just and your
Right.
ego's in it too.
Well,
bro.
usually, if you really know how to fight, you'll be semi-chill about it. Like, you'll be like, this is what happens when you do this, you know? The adrenaline and all that shit, you'll get used to it, right?
yeah,
Be like, this, you're just supposed to power up when this happens.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the power up phase. You're just like, let's go.
That's true.
Try to get fucking crazy. You know, like,
For real.
that should be funny. That makes sense, though. Because that makes you more secure.
Yeah,
It's just overall security
it's just
over
like
yourself.
it's just that sense of like I'm not in danger.
Exactly.
I'm not
it's more
like
chill.
yeah.
You're way more chill.
Like you don't gotta be like, damn, that guy's big or damn, that guy's scary looking because it's like, nah, bro, like I'm good. Like I'm good. You get to a certain level of fighting, MMA, jiu-jitsu,
Right.
whatever martial art, where it's like, bro, you fight anyone that hasn't had at least like 2 years in your sport, they're dead. Like, it's- they're fucked beyond a different level.
Yeah.
So it's like that sense of like, nah, I put in the hours and I could fucking not even beat you but dominate you is a different sense of like, I'm fine.
It's like I can humiliate you right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, you're with your girl. I don't want to fucking spin kick you in the
Exactly.
face. Like, nah, I'm good.
Exactly. Like I can humiliate the fuck out you, but if you chill, I'm chill, bro.
Yeah,
It's like a
exactly.
whole nother level of like self security and shit.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
walking
It just
around
makes you feel more
confident as
secure.
fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like walking around like it's whatever, but if somebody does something, I'm doing something bad.
Has to be, man.
yeah.
That's just funny. All right. The question was, why do you think it's important to learn how to fight?
Same. Shit, you guys fucking hit everything. You guys said
Yeah,
everything.
but-
Really, I don't even know what else to fucking talk about. Because mine would be like security,
Yeah,
providing like whoever we're like familiar with, because that's a plus too, knowing how to fight,
Right.
Yeah.
protect your girl.
yep.
And then obviously what y'all said too about that self security shit. For me, I did recently had to deal with some confrontational shit at work.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm going to because it was that I didn't really have to deal with confrontation because I dealt with it a lot as a kid in like the trailer park years because I fought a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
But now, as a point, after so much bullshit going on in life, and then you deal with that shit firsthand, and you're like, whoa. You kind of question yourself because you know yourself fully. Like I'm capable of great violence, but is it wise to be violent in this particular point in time?
Yeah.
And then I was luckily smart enough and level-headed enough to decide that no, this is not worth fucking getting down with this dumbass fool right here and now. So I made a few errors in judgment, but ultimately I just diffused the situation as much as possible. Not really diffuse it, but kind of like it was a tactical retreat in a way to where it got me into a view of cameras.
Yeah.
To where if this fool saw it or did anything, I'm like liably safe.
Yeah.
Because he threw the first punch, it's recorded, I'm straight.
Yeah.
But in the first time when the position was there, it didn't start off that way.
Yeah.
It was like in front of a dumpster right there. And so my thought was, let's back this up. Get into the view of cameras and shit. And it was like fucking intense, bro, because it was fucking this dude crazy, cracked out, looked homeless as fuck, just like starved. And I was like, fuck, am I really gonna have to fucking fight this dude? And it's funny because we were training Sergio, he was our cleanup guy, and I could tell he's a kid because he was talking about it after he could have easily choked this fool out. Yes, he gave his back to the boy Sergio, and Sergio could have easily just rear naked choke because he does jiu-jitsu as well. But at the same time, I was worried about doing one was right because I was in uniform and I really didn't want to get fired. Yeah. But I also was not trying to back down from this loudmouth motherfucker. Yeah. And I obviously wasn't helping because my ego was in it, and I was just talking back to him. He's talking back to me. None of us are backing down. Throw the first punch. So I get into a view of when we're in view of the camera. He obviously doesn't, because at that point I tell homie Sergio to go get like the managers. I should have told him to get you first because you're like big. I thought about it. I was like, what the fuck are the managers going to do, bro? It's
the
like,
guy
what the fuck
runs
are the
by
managers
me
going to do?
and says nothing, and then gets the manager and runs outside. Nobody says nothing. And I was like, all right. I guess everything's fine.
You just saw him run past
bro, absolutely not.
I was like, he didn't tell me anything, so I guess everything's fine.
Yeah. It ultimately was, but that was the conversation I had to deal with. Breathing heavy at the time, very intense. So I'm like, that's some shit. I want to be more level-headed and more controlled in how to deal with shit like that. Because dealing with confrontation is gonna happen regardless in life, whether or not you appreciate it. Especially in this fucking day and age where you got crazies out, motherfucking left and right, especially in traffic. Again, fuck you to the asshole. Fuck you to the asshole who cut me off on the motorcycle. You know who you are. I'm still mad about that, okay? We said about this on our last podcast, but I'm gonna say it again. Fuck you, man. This full merge, real quick, this full merge on the oncoming traffic. I almost hit him, but he I stopped, he swerved, and then I was honking at him, he flipped me off. Damn. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. But fuck that fool. Anyway, back to the topic. I want to learn how to better control myself with confrontation, so that's why I feel like it's better to learn how to fight. You can control yourself and master yourself, and like you guys said, have more self-security and handle that shit. So I have much to work on still, but then again, it's also I kind of think about that too. I called my older brother to pretty much ask if I did shit right. And he was like, at the end of the day, any fight you avoid is a fight you win in that particular setting. Yeah. Because you don't know. Knife, gun.
It's not fun.
Game over. You're fucked.
It's fun until it's not fun.
Yeah. So do your best, but don't go out and looking for trouble and trying to kill people. Try to defend yourself as best as possible, but, life. It's going to happen. So
yeah, and then in our bodies, we have adrenaline, but we have our brain releases adrenaline, and then our adrenal glands, and on top of our kidney, release adrenaline.
Really?
Yeah, so... Because when your body releases the adrenaline from your kidneys, it can get into the brain because it has the blood-brain barrier. It can get through it, so your brain made a whole thing so it could release its own adrenaline. And let's say if you're in a situation where you have to fight, right? You could feel the buzz of the adrenaline and the cortisol in your body without it being in your brain.
Really?
Yeah, so you can release it in the body without releasing it in the brain. So you don't get that anxious feeling of,
yo,
I'm about to fuck some people up.
Yeah, would you say that one more time?
Since you have the two, right?
Yeah.
You have the one in the brain and the one in the body. You can have the one in the brain not release and the one in the body release.
Do you know how you do that?
But it's just by practice that.
Practice through confrontation or what?
Yeah, because through training with other people type thing.
I feel you.
Yeah. You're eventually gonna train with so many people that if you get into a fight, it's gonna seem like you're sparring.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go back to just sparring, a sparring situation with your homie or something.
Well, yeah, that's because what my teachers are always talking about. They're like, you're drilling at these what are they called, like super high tension, high pace situations. Yes. Because eventually, when you're in one, like I said before, it's that flight or fight moment where you freeze up, or you're like, "Nah, I'm gonna take over." You know, I'm gonna take over this moment, like right here.
Yeah. So, and then the more you do that, the less adrenaline that you're gonna release when you're in that fight, or just when you're legit just with your homie over there trying to just get better at it type shit.
Yeah, and you're also like you're thinking while fighting compared to surviving the fight. You know,
exactly.
You're setting up.
How can I do this better?
Exactly. You're like, not even how I could do this better. It's just like, oh, I need to go from here to here, and it's over. You know.
Okay.
Instead of being like, oh, you know, because when people fight. You've heard that bullshit expression where it's like, I get angry and all I see is red and fucking bodies hit the floor. Fucking relax, bro. You're stupid. Like, fucking sit down. Yeah, but like, nah, there's actually situations where if you go with someone, they're like, nah, bro, like, I'm gonna fucking handle this and defuse this like that.
Chill as fuck.
Chill as fuck. It's like, I don't need to break a sweat or nothing, bro. Like, you're good.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's just top G, bro. It's just that backbone.
Yeah. I'm like, by then, when you do that, the adrenaline that's being released is the one that gives you energy.
Yeah.
But not the one that gives you the anxiety.
Gives
you the stress.
Yeah.
So the one in the brain is not coming as much, and the one in the kidneys is... So you get energized and capable of doing shit.
Yeah.
And be chill at the same time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Master that. That's fucking hard, but master that shit. That's dope.
What was it? Oh, wait, that was the second question, huh?
Yeah.
Then just because you know how to fight doesn't mean you should be fighting.
Oh, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I have a good memory.
Just because you know how to kill shouldn't mean you should be killing everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope as shit.
But what?
Really quick, I'm going to try to summarize this because I talked a lot the last one. But this time, so me and my older brother, I've had enough of his bullshit. This is like brotherly fighting type shit. And we duke it out, but he gets in my face for like the final time. And this is the time where, like you said, fight or flight response, where you like, it's either... submit or you fucking go. Yeah, it was enough. I had enough. It was go, and he got in my face, bro. Shoved him back as hard as I could. Fucking, it was on. Fight or flight. Go. Duke. Got him. And how this correlates to the question when not to fight. I got on top of my brother and I had a fist and I was like, I could easily just fucking, because I had it ready just right here, bro. But in my mind, I was like, yo, that's your brother. You don't want to fucking hit his temple, fuck his shit up, have him seasoned. You're like, you don't want that. That's your brother.
All right, yeah.
And so I kind of like let off when that happened. And then the scuffle advanced. It ended up like we duked it out some more. We went to the doorway and I was dumb and we were swinging and I went under. And that's when he kind of caught me in a fucking chokehold and then he choked me out real quick. So that ends that. But how that relates to the question is knowing when not to fight. That was my brother. Obviously, I'm not gonna like swing for his head. I'm not trying to like fucking fuck him up.
It wasn't.
But I had enough of his shit, so I was like, I probably ended up losing. I took a fat L, bro. I got choked the fuck out. Not gonna lie, because that's my older brother. He's got 5 years on me.
You should have slapped him. Like,
I should have done a lot of things, but I guess knowing when not to fight. For me, that was knowing that was my brother, and you don't want to fucking hurt your brother. Yeah. Knowing when not to fight. You can say I'm weaker or stronger in that aspect. Say what you will, but I love my brother enough not to hit him. Yeah. So in that aspect, you should know when to fight, when not to fight.
Yeah, I'm like, if I would have been in that situation exactly, I would have been like, I know I can't deck him as hard as I can.
No, of course not.
Yeah, but I will slap him.
Overhand slap is so disrespectful too, bro.
Now, what if you had like a gentleman's glove, like that leather glove?
Oh, you're like, I had this whole set up.
Back pocket.
That's right.
Fucking funny.
That'd be funny as shit, actually. But yeah.
Funny shit, bro. Alright, so what do you think?
Any examples of restraint or anything like that?
I mean,
basically, that's what we're talking about, restraint.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, it's good to have restraint because it's like at the end of the day, violence 99% of the time isn't really needed on a day-to-day situation, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, it's like you also got to know that it is needed in the sense that it's coming one day, you know?
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. Like, in most things in life, like, it's guaranteed. At one point, you're going to experience, not like violent shit to you, but you're going to witness it, at least.
Right.
At least.
Right. That's fucking facts. You're gonna see some dead body somewhere eventually.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be that dead body. Either or.
Yeah, but you're not gonna experience being the dead body because you'll be dead.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You'll be fucking dead. Sorry.
That'd be funny though.
You're like, I'm fucking dead.
Dead motherfucker.
That's actually horrible. That's actually a nightmare I've had. But anyway.
But like, yeah, you should really pick and choose your battles, and not even pick and choose. It should just come to you. You know, you shouldn't be like fucking with that mindset of like, oh, you know, I'm gonna look for a fucking fight today.
You should be avoiding fights.
Yeah, you should be avoiding fights.
For sure.
It's like,
for sure, avoid fights.
It's like, don't let that shit escalate. But if it does escalate, you can't stop it.
Yeah, it's being prepared.
Yeah.
You're just prepared.
Yeah.
Because you're like, everybody's mostly chill, so somebody's not chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can be there.
Yeah.
To make it chill again.
Yeah.
Like, we'll chill
Chill
the
as
fuck
fuck.
out, actually.
Fucking Avatar shit, bring balance to the world, bro. It's like,
calm the fuck down.
yeah, exactly.
That shit fun. Alright. Yeah, no, that's good for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about discipline.
Discipline.
Fucking discipline. Alright. So how does fighting incorporate discipline? Who wants to go?
You go first.
For sure.
Fighting obviously involves discipline to a level to where you have to get up, do the exercise. You need to go hit the gym, and you need to stay consistent with your meals. So already that's 3 things that you need to like stay consistent with. And discipline really incorporates the will to stay consistent and not deviate from that. And in that sense, we're saying discipline, because discipline you could say or put into so many different perspectives. But for in this case, discipline is doing the things you don't want to do when you need to do them. In this case, going to the gym, training, running, eating, like hydrating water, sweating it out, stretching. Like those are all things, and you really see them if you are disciplined. And it's like discipline incorporates another thing, and that's like, you know, I don't want to take up too many topics, but that incorporates something else that we'll talk about later. But as far as discipline goes, that's a lot of structure, I would say, in a summary.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What would you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
Repeat the question one more time.
How does fighting incorporate discipline? Or what do you think when somebody says discipline? What do you think? Like, what does that word mean to you?
I think it is the fact that you're always gonna have that feeling of like, I'm not gonna do it, or you're always gonna lose at some point in life, right? But that doesn't mean like you lost in general. The whole grand picture.
It doesn't mean it's done.
It's over, yeah, because it's like,
it's not done.
Especially with fighting, it's like you're gonna get your ass kicked, bro, every fucking day you train. And some days you're gonna have that like feeling of I'm number one, and then the next day you're like, I ain't shit.
Exactly.
And those moments where you're I ain't shit, that's the moment where it's like, how much do I want this?
Yeah,
and
that's where the growth happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where the growth happens.
And that's where discipline kicks in, and it's like, nah, bro, if you really want it, you don't care about like the people that say you can't, the fact that you're gonna lose, the fact that like it takes years and years to get that level of where you want to be at. Because the thing with fighting, especially, I feel like, is like the success and the greatness isn't guaranteed.
It's definitely not guaranteed. Yeah. It's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare.
And the fact that it's guaranteed is the reason why most people won't chase it. Because most people aren't going to chase shit unless it's guaranteed.
Right, yeah. And it's high risk.
It is high risk, yeah.
Yeah, you could get killed at its worst.
Yeah.
Or you could
Injured
get
as fuck.
seriously injured.
Injured as fuck, bro. Yeah.
That's true.
It's either or, you know.
All fucked.
So, for me, when I hear discipline, or do you have more to say?
No, you can go. I'll bounce off.
For me, when I hear discipline, the thing that shows up in my head is like, and you can't really control your mind, but then you can make it so that your mind is not controlling you for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really just that, because then the more discipline you have is the more you can have your mind talk without you having to do what it's saying.
Yeah.
You know, so you're more in control of yourself because the mind is not controlling you all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. Because I've been reading something. I forgot who said it, but they were talking about how, like, your ego is always going to feed off the fact that you can't do certain shit. So you kind of got to move past that, because there's a mental ceiling that you hit. Even with all, like, this physical training you do, you got to take your mentality to a different level.
But, yeah.
So it's like, by beating your mentality, I feel like that's what discipline is. The fact that you're going to tell yourself you can't do shit, you're still going to do it. at a high level.
Right.
So it's like you're always gonna have those moments of like, oh, I can't do it. So it's like by telling yourself you can, and by also doing like rigorous ass training that people don't want to do, you're gonna take that level of discipline way farther than other people's so-called discipline.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to him on another podcast about how some people complain about how learning anything is hard.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Yeah.
But then like that mainly comes from the fact that they think it shouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just accepting the fact that it is hard.
Yeah.
And getting over it. You know, it's like because your brain is not gonna learn something that isn't difficult.
Yeah.
That's why it's difficult.
Yeah.
For you. You know, because your brain is like, do you really want to learn this? Well, we're gonna make you think this is difficult. But if you really want to learn it, you're gonna come back, and your brain will learn more and more and more and more, and then eventually it gets easy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only way to do it. And the discipline will come in by you keeping on doing it until it gets easy. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, it's easy enough sometimes, but sometimes you stop at the start because you try it and you're like, I'm not gonna do this. You know.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you're doing. It really depends if you really want to do it. You know.
Because some people's like discipline is their whole life, you know?
Right.
Like whatever they do is like 100% their whole fucking life devoted to whatever it is, something simple like fireman, whatever. Yeah, like everyone has
routines. They probably have some serious routines.
Yeah. Everyone has that dedication of like, I'm gonna put all my time and energy to this because it, in sense, that discipline, whatever it is, kind of revolves with who I am as a person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
It's just more efficient.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like you have more time to chill and do whatever actually you want to do.
Yeah.
When you have this actually
structure,
efficient routine.
Yeah, when you have structure and the efficiency. I agree.
Just better.
Yeah.
You know? Much better.
But what do you guys think about discipline in the comments? Let us know in the comments below.
Cool shit. How does fun? All right. Yeah, so that's what I think when I hear discipline is you're allowing yourself to not be controlled by your mind.
Yeah.
But you're not really trying to control your mind because that's not a thing that you can do.
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm like, I can't. If you can figure out a way to control your mind, let me know. You can kind of guide the mind, or you can't stop thinking just because you want to stop thinking right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even if you tried.
That's
you're gonna sit there and be like, let me stop thinking for like 5 seconds. Then out of nowhere, your brain is gonna be like, you stop thinking, and then you stop that.
Yeah.
So now you're fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying. It's very hard to control your mind.
That's fun.
And then, what is discipline to you? Or did we kind of answer that already?
We kind of did.
We did, huh?
Yeah, we're going. Yeah.
I was like, that kind of got answered.
Pardon us, we're faded.
Basically. How do you maintain discipline?
Oh, yeah, that's what I did not want to talk too much about. Yeah, you want to start?
I feel like if you just have that drive, no matter what it is, you're always gonna have it. You know, like you can't. You know what they say? Like you could lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it, or some shit like that. Yeah. So it's like you can't tell people to be disciplined. They have to be disciplined. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't maintain it. You just have it. You know.
So right, it's like, an ability.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you have discipline, you shouldn't be asking. It's like when people ask the question, "Oh, how do I get rich?" You know.
Right.
Like, nah, you're not asking how do I get rich. You fucking work to get rich. Like, sure,
that's the problem.
Yeah, people are just like, what's the fucking step by step? I go from step 1 to step 2. I'm a millionaire. Nah.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
They're like 10 years later, maybe you get $1 million, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe, bro.
Yeah.
That's just the funny part.
It's just like that whole fact of like whatever it is, you don't ask the question because if you're really asking how to be disciplined, you're not disciplined, right?
Yeah. Right, that's the problem.
That's the problem people have these days. Is they're like, how do I be disciplined? How do I have structure? How do I do this? It's like people back then didn't ask that fucking question.
They just did it.
They just did it. Exactly. It was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna feel good because I do it. That's it. Yeah. You know. Now everyone's like, no, I need like everything to get that. When people back then were just like, I'm gonna work for it.
It wasn't an option. Yeah.
It
wasn't an option. Just like fighting wasn't an option sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, makes sense.
Dope shit.
Discipline is crazy, man.
It is. It is. You know what I think the craziest shit of all time is?
What?
And it's not. I like
Of
to
all
laugh
time.
on it, but like being a painter, I feel like is the hardest discipline of all time.
The way they know how to do that shit.
The mind you have to put that shit from mind to paper
That's just crazy.
is insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
vision.
Vision,
You're talking about
exactly.
vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah, that's trippy, huh?
Like the people that can freehand draw,
Yeah,
bro.
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy vision.
I am like, yo, what the fuck?
yeah, exactly.
Couldn't be me. That's just crazy.
Because like I like to look at like old ass paintings, right? So like Picasso, when he started, his paintings were like whatever, right? They're just like
Right.
realistic, like drawings. But I don't know if you look at the new ones, like the
Yeah.
one he drew when he
Looks
died.
like he's on mad drugs.
Exactly. So it's like you go from whatever, you start off drawing circles and squares and all that
Yeah.
bullshit, right?
Eventually, you get better and shit.
To art, you draw like fucking Van Gogh's what is that? Moonlight something, the stars?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You get that from your brain after years and years of drawing. Like you don't just draw that on the spot. Like that's so
Right.
much fucking knowledge from the brain to the
Right.
hand to the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Because
like,
at one point you could think up the images,
yeah.
but you couldn't draw those images.
Because how many times were you like, oh, dude, like I have something in my head and I'm picturing it, but I can't explain it to you.
Right. That's how it is with me with
Lots
music.
of times.
Yeah.
Like when I'm trying to make some music, I have it in my head, but I don't necessarily know how exactly to translate it
Yeah, exactly.
into the computer to make
Yeah.
the sounds I wanted to make.
Yeah.
So it's a little complicated.
They
Then when you master that,
Yeah.
you get like those people.
They've passed the point where they're like, I don't need to fucking, I could just do it, you know? Like, I don't need to be like,
Exactly.
oh, dude, I got this idea. Like,
Like
nah,
that.
just,
That's just fun.
yeah.
At that point, you're just having a blast. You're like, let's go. You could be like, I'm gonna take mushrooms.
Yeah.
Just go ham on this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
fun times.
Boom.
Fun times. What was the question? I'm faded.
What was the question?
How to maintain discipline.
How?
Oh shit.
Go.
Oh shit.
Oh,
How do I
shit.
maintain discipline? I guess my mindset. You said drive. Drive was really good, but I feel like mindset is also a really key factor. Accountability is a key factor as well. Like who's keeping track of when you show up? Who's keeping track of how hard you go? Who's keeping track of what you're eating? Like like no one else is gonna do it. So you got to do that shit for yourself. You know. So self accountability and consistency and having the mindset to like punish yourself and hold yourself extremely accountable is essential. It's hard. It is extremely hard because I struggle with that shit myself, but it is essential to that shit. So I would say mindset and personal accountability to maintain discipline. Short, sweet, to the point.
Short, sweet, people.
Yeah, I think personal accountability is like the major one because, like, you gotta accept the fact that, like, you don't want to do it and shit sucks, but you still gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most people would be like, "Oh damn, bro, fucking, you know what? Life is tough. I'm gonna just like lay here. I'm gonna just be." But then there's those people who are like, "Nah, like I'm gonna take control of the situation."
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know I'm the only one that's like fucking me up at this point.
Exactly.
No one else.
Yeah, it's about, you might feel like you don't want to do it,
Yeah.
but it's not about how you feel like.
Mhm.
You're like, it's not an option.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it.
You have to do. Yeah.
It's not. It's like eating.
Yeah.
Like if you don't eat, what happens? You die.
That's true.
You have to do it.
You
'Cause
die
if
as
not,
fuck.
you still die.
Yeah.
Like that's what you gotta associate it with that. It's like breathing.
Yeah.
Like, are you complaining that you have to breathe?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
No, but that brings me to my point, and I always be thinking about this. It's like people misjudged what's guaranteed in life, right?
Right.
So it's like, what's guaranteed in life?
Death,
Death, right? Death is
facts.
guaranteed.
sleep.
Sleep is guaranteed. And let's say emotions. Emotions are guaranteed in
Sure.
life. You're gonna feel emotions,
Because
right?
life is nothing but a series of chemical reactions. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
later.
exactly.
Emotions. Yeah.
But the thing that people misjudge is they think life is guaranteed. Like not that it's guaranteed, but like the fact that you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Is
That you're gonna
100%.
die old. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
like-
think I'm gonna die old.
Yeah, that bullshit. Not bullshit, but like when you're like, how are you gonna die? Most people are like, yeah, in my sleep, like, nah, bro, like, nah.
It's like you might get shot.
Yeah, you might get shot. You might. Who knows, bro? You'll
You
get
might
hit
die in
by.
a car accident.
You might be on the Jesus statue in Brazil, get hit by lightning. Imagine you were
It's
there.
the
that
maybe
day?
maybe
Yeah.
God hates you.
God himself.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Maybe God said no. And
Yeah.
you gotta go. You know, that's just
That's why it's the present, and the present is a gift.
Yeah, that's true.
Kung Fu Panda.
Master Uguay, bro.
Exactly.
Spitting the facts since 2008.
Fucking saying, man. Future isn't guaranteed. That's why every day is a gift. That's why they call it a present.
Yeah, that's true.
That's facts. That's facts.
That's amazing.
What was the question again?
We answered the question, no?
Yeah, we answered it.
Good question.
Yeah. Discipline.
Oh,
what
how
it
do you
takes.
maintain discipline?
Yeah, maintain
Okay,
discipline.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think? Did you answer?
I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, do we have anything else for that? You guys don't?
Mindset, drive, accountability.
All right.
You can talk about spirit. You can
We
talk about mental willpower.
detachment.
Yeah, detachment. Struggle with that,
fun.
motherfucker.
That's so funny. Oh, we forgot to write a last question for warrior mindset, but
Figure it on the spot.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So we talked about discipline,
Yeah.
but discipline, how would that tie to mindsets? What kind of mindset do you need for discipline?
A driven one, an explosive one.
One that has a purpose. No?
One with a
Focused one.
purpose, and the purpose is fulfilling at the same time.
Right, it's you have to want to do it.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
you can have a purpose. You could be like, yeah, I'm a fucking, I don't know, a doctor or some shit. But you never wanted to be a doctor.
It's like, who wants to be a doctor?
Exactly,
like,
right?
Like, it's cool when you think about it. I'm gonna cut people open, fix them, and shit.
Yeah.
Cool shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but what are the hours? And you're like, oh shit, I'm on call at all points.
All the fucking time.
All the
Yeah.
fucking
And
time.
you're like, never mind.
Never mind, this sucks.
You know? But yeah.
Pros and cons.
Yeah, some people just have a purpose, but like that purpose isn't their purpose, you know?
Right.
So it's like when people are like, I feel like that's what it is when the dude like is 40 and then he just like divorces his family, dips,
He's
moves to
like,
like Mexico.
This ain't it.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, exactly. He was like, bro, I wanted to be in a rock band or some bullshit like that. Like, yeah, but you had to give that up. So it's like, of course, you're not gonna have that mindset to being disciplined or to have a proper mindset, because it's like that's not the mindset you want in the first place. Your
Right.
body's always gonna reject the shit you don't like. No matter how much you feed yourself that negativity or whatever you dislike, your body's gonna reject it. Whether it's
Right.
emotions, foods, whatever, your body's just gonna be like, nah, bro, this isn't for you.
Right.
So it's like, if you have the purpose with the fulfillment, then you have everything right there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really how it is. That's how you know you have a true purpose.
Yeah.
If it feels fulfilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could have a purpose just to fulfill specifically like your finances,
Yeah.
but if you're miserable besides that,
Yeah.
not very fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know.
What is fulfilling to you?
Right?
That's a good question.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to find a job that is fully fulfilling to you,
Yeah.
or whatever you like doing, monetize it somehow.
Yeah. Because I think people think fulfillment is supposed to be like fucking like grand, you know?
Right.
Or like something to show off. But I feel like most people, they're not going to get to that point in life where they're living that that glamorous fulfillment, as you could say. So
They
it's
won't
like,
stick to it. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because everyone has like the same like, oh, money, big house, whatever. Like the simple fulfillments in life. But it's like, that's not for everybody. So it's
Right.
like, if you try to fill yourself with these fill in the blank fulfillments, then you're not going to feel that level of satisfaction. Because it's not your satisfaction that you're accepting.
Right.
Yeah, not every template works for every formula.
Yeah.
There's different shit for everything.
Like
Yeah.
there was like I was watching like a Gary V
Yeah.
conference,
Mm.
and he was talking to people, and he's like, out of all the people here, there was like probably like 5,000 to 10,000 people.
Mm.
He's like, out of all the people here, probably like 3 or 4 are gonna do everything that I said.
Mm.
And he's like, that's how you know, like, everything they tell you that there's too many people in it already is a lie.
Yeah.
Because most people are gonna do it and not stick to it.
Yeah.
They're gonna drop out in like a year or
Mhm.
less.
Yeah.
So he's like, and the rest are gonna be the ones that stick to it. And 10 years later, everybody knows who they are. They're like, oh, they're those guys.
It's the process, though. You gotta love the process.
But most people want it in a year.
Yeah.
And if they don't get it, they're like, nah,
Give up.
let me get a job.
That's true.
You know? It's just weird.
It is weird.
That's fucked.
It's like when I learned how to play music,
Mm.
any kind of music, I just learned it until it sounded the way that I wanted it to sound.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like if I didn't want to really make anything out of it,
Mm.
I would have never really learned anything.
Yeah. And I think people like the thing with fulfillment too, I feel like, is like people don't find that craft, right? Where it's like you're applying that craft to life.
Right.
You know, because I feel like, I don't know if you read the Miyamoto Musashi books.
I don't know.
Have you read them?
I haven't read them. I need to.
Okay,
but I know what they're about. That's
yeah,
just dope.
Yeah, there's this one part where it's like when you see. I mean, I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of it, but it's like when you see everything in something, you see everything in everything, right?
But yes.
Yeah, so it's
Very
like
true.
once you apply yourself to this lifestyle,
Yeah.
you're gonna apply that to everything about your life because
Exactly,
that's what you're building yourself upon. You know,
Yeah.
it's a craft, whether it's like painting or martial arts or whatever it is you're taking as a craft, as a side. Whatever that craft is building you as a person.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You learn a lot from learning anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's like the simple fact that you have a craft is like, well, like what is, how do I ask this question? What is learning something new if you don't grow from it?
Right.
What
That's
is the
the
mistake
point.
without the lesson?
Yeah,
Nipsey.
exactly.
Nipsey,
That's
let's
the
go.
The marathon continues, bro.
That's the point. You know?
Yeah. So it's like, what's with learning something new if you don't accept the fact that it's like you don't know nothing?
Right.
So it's like the fact that you're starting from scratch to whatever level you reach at, you see the improvement in that, you're going to be like, oh, so this is how I improved in this. That's how I'm improving life.
Exactly.
Same lesson.
Exactly. That's how I see it with music when I learn anything.
Yeah.
Because I was like, was it hard when I started to play anything?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And then what did I say? I was like, I'm just going to practice until I get good at it.
Yeah.
And then eventually you wake up one day, you're like, I can play music.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh shit, is that a guitar solo?
Yeah,
Just
type
start
shit.
ripping it.
Legit.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Like you wouldn't
Yeah.
think it's like that.
Yeah.
But I legit one day I was like, oh shit, I can play the piano now.
Yeah.
And then one day I just was playing the guitar and I was like, oh shit, I can actually play the guitar.
And that's what's crazy is like you don't think you're making these micro
Right.
improvements
That
day
just
by
adds
day.
up.
Yeah,
That
it
shit
adds up. Because there's this whole Japanese philosophy way of living, and it's called Kaizen. I don't know if you heard of it.
Kaizen?
Kaizen. It's like a philosophy of how people should live life, and it's the micro improvements by day. So even if you're getting even if you're getting better about 1%, you're getting fucking better.
Exactly.
You know, so
1% better every day.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't think that that's very good.
Yeah.
But if every day, bro, 1% is crazy.
1%
people have lost this. My fault. I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt,
go
but I feel like people have lost this aspect of living too, and that's funny that you said that's a way of life to incorporate. Is that we kind of don't do that. We don't go, like you would think it's to go to school and everything, but we don't really learn shit in school. The shit we learn in school is not fucking effective for us.
It's not
anything we educate ourselves through podcasts and everything on the fucking internet, which is dope as fuck. Shout out Andrew Huberman Lab Podcast. They're sick as fuck. But everybody, because it's foreign to everybody how we don't, because we do something for our wallet, for our mind, for our body every single day. Whether it's listening to a podcast, going to work for your money, or hitting the gym for your body, right?
Yeah.
You're getting better by who you were yesterday, by that 1%, like you said. So we don't. Me personally, I just started doing this, like and kept track of it, because you did it subconsciously, but you weren't really focused on it. You just did it, you know. But now that you have a purpose, you're driven, you have discipline, it's structured. It's actually fucking like, one, where could you go if you stick to it and progress fully? And then like, one, how did so many people forget this minor little aspect of like getting better and better each day instead of, focused on the entertaining aspects or like whatever the fuck is distracting them. No one's on the progression. Everyone's on distraction and like
everybody's
relaxation. And
shit. Everybody lost their patience.
Yeah.
They're like, they want it now.
It's because
they're like, I want it now.
I think it's because you also lose the sense of it's my journey with everything now, Like people are always having that comparison of like,
oh, they're after the goal.
Yeah, no. They're after the comparison of people who made it. And back then there wasn't people who made it. There's people fucking working for it.
Right.
So it's like you see the people who make it and you're like, damn, they're at the top of the mountain. That's too big of a mountain. But it's like, nah, bro. It's like, it's because you got to look at it this way. People now, when they see a mountain in life, like a metaphorical mountain, they want to sprint up that fucking mountain. You can't. You can't sprint up a goddamn mountain. Yeah, you gotta climb.
Pace yourself.
Inch at a time, right?
Yeah. And then it's like when people see all these levels of people who are working harder and have worked harder, they don't want to work hard. Because they see the hard work and they're like, oh, but it took them this, and that to get that. I want that now. But it's like, bro, never in life has that worked. You know?
Yeah, it's just that's not how it works.
It's like when you wait for a movie, right? You're not like, oh, I'm gonna just walk in the movie theater and fucking ask the people to play it for me today.
Right.
You gotta wait for that bitch to come out on release date. So it's like, yeah. So it's like people have lost that sense of like, there's patience, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's too much of like, damn, they're this, damn, they're that. And then it's like, you lose that sense of like, oh, but I'm me though. And I gotta work for it. You know?
Exactly.
It's not that they worked for it and they got lucky. Nah, bro, they fucking worked for it.
Somebody worked for it.
Somebody worked for it. That's
you
what
know,
I'm
they
saying.
didn't quit either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Somebody worked for it. Yeah, that's for sure. That's like your mind trying to test you to see if you really want to do the thing you said you wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, bro, but it's very hard.
Yeah.
Your brain is like, your brain is like, hey, bro, this is hard, bro.
Yeah.
Are you sure, bro?
Yeah.
Sure. And then you're like, I don't want to do it actually.
Yeah.
And then boom, you don't do it. But if it's hard and you're like, yeah, I don't care, you do it.
Yeah.
You know? And then boom, you're on your way to getting better at it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
As Jocko says, you're getting after it.
Yeah.
Get after it. All right.
Goggins says that shit too.
Yeah.
Stay hard.
Stay hard. My favorite David Goggins video, it's funny that you bring that up, is when he's running. And then he's always fucking running.
Always fucking running.
Yeah, I was like, which one?
He's running right now, bro. 18 miles at least as we speak. But the one where he's like, man, sometimes when I'm about to go run, I just look at my shoes for 30 fucking minutes. He's like, I don't want to put them bitches on. And then he's like, what you gotta do? He's like, you gotta record yourself and see how you sound like. I guarantee you sound like a bitch. And then he's like, stay hard. And I was like, bro, every time I don't want to do something, I'm like, bro, I'm tired. I don't know. Oh, that sounds like a bitch, bro. Like, nah, I can't.
Then
do
you
that.
listen back to yourself, you're like, damn, bro.
It's like, stop
God
bitching,
damn.
bro. It's just like, stay hard, bro.
That's funny.
Stay home.
Bro, he'll be catching me complaining and shit because I have issues with, complaining and shit. And
Yeah.
I'll just be like, yo, shut the fuck up. And I'll be like, fuck, you're right. And then I'll shut up and I'll do shit.
You're like, damn.
Yeah. If it's really bad, I'll be mad about it the whole day. But he'll just be like, hey, John, get the fuck over it, bro.
Yeah.
Cry me a river, build me a bridge, get the fuck over it. Let's go. And I'm like, thank you. I needed this. But, it's whatever.
It's true, bro.
It is true, though. It is very true.
It's like that. It's like when people are like, nah, don't say don't be a bitch. It's like, I don't think the saying don't be a bitch, because everyone gets like this.
Don't be so sensitive about that.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, I don't know if you heard the term toxic masculinity. Bullshit, bro. Exactly, bullshit. Right? Bullshit, bro. Fucking bullshit. It's like, nah, bro. It's like, it's not that you can't call yourself a bitch. Like, when I say don't be a bitch, it's more like, in a weird way, motivation.
Yeah, we're encouraging you.
Yeah, exactly.
Constructive criticism.
Criticism.
We're encouraging you.
Yeah.
But that's in between the guys.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Who can handle constructive criticism?
Yeah.
If you can't handle it, you are a bitch. Don't be a bitch.
We're legit like, hey, exactly. We're like, don't be a bitch, bro. Yeah. Like, it's like we're encouraging you to not be a bitch.
Yeah.
It's good. This is
motivational.
Because then if you have a bunch of yes men telling you like, oh no, bro, like it's okay, you could just stay there. It's like, well, what is staying there doing,
Right.
Like in that moment of comfort where it's like, oh, I'm just chilling, like I'm just living life. It's like, but what are you going though? Like, what are you building,
How are you growing?
How are you growing? Exactly.
How are you growing? Boom. He figured it out.
How
This guy knows.
Because it's like, if you're always in that sense of like, man, this is me, I don't want to grow, then it's just like, well, then what are you here for,
Right.
Isn't human nature to grow and
That's
evolve?
That's the point, yeah.
Yeah.
The exact point is to change.
Yeah.
Whether it's growing or fucking being destroyed.
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah.
You're going to get both.
Yeah.
But you're the one that can build yourself.
Yeah.
And the universe is going to try to destroy you little by little.
Yeah.
But if you build more than the universe can destroy, you're good. You're good.
True. You become immortal, like Alexis wants to be. That's his goal. He wants to be immortal.
A quote I like to think when people bring immortality is like, I think it was either Marcus Aurelius or Seneca.
Ooh.
He was like,
dope.
He was like, being immortal is the closest. No. Having legacy is being the closest to being immortal.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. That's fucking true.
Facts. Because if they're still speaking your name 1,000 years later, who won really?
Both.
Dude,
Exactly.
who won
really?
Dude, Marcus Aurelius, I fucking love reading about
Yes,
philosophers in Roman times and just
Yeah.
Roman history, but he wrote a book, Meditations, right?
Meditations.
Mhm.
2000, bro. These motherfuckers were living in stone cat. I don't even know what the fuck they were living in because I can't even describe it. But they had coliseums. They were fucking riding carriages, not even bikes, not even like
Right.
simple shit. Like as primitive as it gets, and we still listen to his knowledge
What he says.
and to his understanding.
Exactly.
And he figured it out 2,000 years ago.
Yeah. That's just crazy, huh?
That's what I'm saying. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's such universal knowledge, but people don't know that.
Yeah. That's why, like, I like telling people that people have spent thousands of years with the mind that we have now.
Yeah.
Just like we've barely started spending time with like iPads and phones,
Mhm.
and eventually they're gonna get so crazy that we know how to do crazy shit with them.
Yeah.
We have been doing that with our brains,
Yeah.
for fucking thousands of years.
Yeah.
So they have figured out so much shit just about life in general.
Yeah.
Like that's how they figure out shit about the stars.
Yeah.
Because the stars have always been there,
Yeah.
so they can study them. You know.
That's true.
So different civilizations took their time
Yeah.
to learn how everything was aligned and all this shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the same way they can do that, they can figure out how their mind works.
Yeah.
You know, that's why writing a book 2,000 years ago still makes sense to that.
Yeah.
Because they had probably more knowledge about life than we do now.
Yeah.
Because we're lost in different technologies.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's like, I feel like for his sake, it's like, when you're a certain type of person, you've only, how do I explain this? When you're a certain type of person, you've unlocked a certain perspective on life.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I'm gonna give you like a current example and a past example, and then a current example. A past example is like Marcus Aurelius, just because he was the emperor of his time, right?
Right.
But at the same time, he practiced a lot of great literature, and his brother tried to kill him at one point, and he forgave him because he was like, life is about forgiveness.
Right.
And it's like, to have that level of understanding when you're at that fucking top of the top, you're an emperor, bro.
Yeah.
You can everybody
Yeah.
everybody on this land is your property. They're not even
Right.
human, bro.
Basically,
They're your property. You
They're like-
control.
they do as you say.
Exactly. And he wasn't like that. He was like, nah, like what is this? You know? Like
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is nice, but this is like a game to me, you know?
Right.
Like this isn't a big picture of what everything's about.
They're like, why am I here?
Exactly.
He's like, why the fuck am I here, bro?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's funny as shit. That's how I view this motherfucker, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
how can you walk around so chill as fuck and not let anything bother you, bro?
Yeah.
Like, just so
Jeez.
secure in his shit. And I struggle with like letting shit get to me. Like, I have
Yeah.
like temperamental issues, so I gotta like chill on that.
Yeah.
This fool walks around like it's fucking nothing, bro. Detach.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, how the fuck does this not get you mad, bro?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, it's cool as shit.
I think that's what it is. It's like that level of detachment, because with him, it's like, what is an emperor? What is a king? Well, like, what
Right.
is ruling over people? Like, is that really a power we should even have? You know, because it's like once you get to the basis of what you are and you understand what you are, then you understand like everything else. You know?
Yeah, it's just the perspective of him knowing he was this emperor
Yeah.
as himself.
Yeah.
He had this ability to do particular things.
Yeah.
And he was like, but what do I really want to do?
Exactly, because you have other emperors who are like, nah, I'm fucking take over the land, I'm kill everybody, this is my
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah.
And then he was in this position of power to be like, nah, I'm gonna figure out life before I even think about whatever this is. You know?
But he was very self-aware.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was pretty good.
yeah. And then a current example I like to think about with that is Mike Tyson, right? Because I
Mike
watch a lot of
Tyson.
Mike Tyson videos, and he's always
He's
talking
talking
about
about-
like he didn't like who he was, right?
Right.
In the past sense. And you're like, what? You're fucking champion at
He's
20.
dope as
You're,
fuck,
It makes
yeah.
sense,
yeah,
though.
you're my fucking hero. Everyone loves
He's a
you.
fucking animal.
And then,
Yeah, he makes
exactly.
sense. It
And then
makes
you
sense,
get
though, yeah.
you get to the clips. Like there's just one clip that fucking like gives me shivers, bro. Every time I hear it, he was like, it was like when he was talking shit at a press conference. And he
Oh,
was like,
my style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. Like
Yeah,
that shit. That
yeah.
shit was hard as fuck.
that was hard, but he was like,
That's just funny.
8 million people on planet Earth. I could beat all of them in a fair fight. What the fuck is being humble?
Exactly. That's dope shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
He's like, try me.
Yeah,
Try
exactly.
me.
He's
You
like,
can try me right now.
what the fuck is being humble? Cause you're at that level, bro. You're the baddest man on the planet.
He has all right to say what he's saying.
Everyone has challenged you to a fight. You've knocked out all these motherfuckers, bro. You've taken them all down, and it's like he would get to a point, and he would talk about it in his interviews. You could put up the clips where he's like, I would cry before a fight because I know what I'm about to do to that man.
Right, yeah. He's like, I'm probably going to kill him.
Yeah, and he would cry, bro. There's videos of his coach being like, it's like, what's going on, Mike? He's like, I don't want to hurt him.
So I really don't want to kill him tonight.
Exactly, but it's like, you get to that level of fucking like explosiveness and fear and technique that it's like
vicious, bro.
Exactly, and then it's like you go from being vicious to who he is now. You could only be that peaceful of a man if you've gone through extreme levels of violence. Extreme levels.
He's like, I could let it go at any point, but I'm chilling now.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm chilling.
He's like, I learned it. He's like, I learned how to control the beast.
Yeah, that's just dope, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking animal, bro. Animal. Yeah. And then you see him on podcasts and shit, just talking hella chill, hella smart.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Dude, he be saying like tier 3 words now and shit. I'm just like, damn, I didn't even know that word, Mike. It's like, you schooling me now. You teaching me shit. I'm just like, damn, Mike.
Yeah. He be saying some cool ass shit.
Yeah.
Alright, we have the warrior mindset.
Yeah.
Alright. And then the first topic is the warrior in a garden better than a gardener in a war aspect.
True.
Yeah, man. It's always good to have that security and the know-how and everything, because in the time of the war, you want to know when the fuck to use your shit, what to use it, as opposed to, you know, like we were said in a situation earlier where you're in a situation you don't know how to fight, you're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, won't fight is bad. Can't fight is cool because you learn how to fight, but won't fight.
Yeah.
That's no bueno, bro. You gotta.
That's like
you have to. Well, you don't have to know. Well, if you don't know how to fight, you fucked. Run. You can always run, but like that's
bitch
made coward shit. We don't want that. So I don't know. That all stems on like your honor as a man. You know, to like
if you care about yourself in that way,
exactly. To not retreat and to just be prepared. It's all about preparation. You know, the warrior mindset's preparation. I'll say preparation for me.
Right. Being capable
of
great violence.
That's true.
What do you think about warrior mindset when that comes to mind?
Like I mean, basing on what you said, it's like you just need to know, like, at certain moments in life, shit gets real, bro. It's like most people think certain shit can't happen to them, but it's like it's better to be prepared than if you're not.
Yes.
Because it's like the whole gardener in the warrior in the garden. It's like you gotta have that level of violence to have that level of peace in your mind. You know,
exactly.
You gotta dish out this level of violence to know that peace comes with it because you dealt with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's literally what you're doing. You're just using this violence.
To
keep that peace.
Yeah.
Because somebody's trying to take it away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally all you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, somebody's trying to take away my peace.
Yeah.
Therefore, I learn how to be capable of great violence.
Yeah.
To maintain my peace when somebody's trying to take it away.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Whether it's really, because we're talking about mental peace at first, but then no, we're talking about actual peace in the physical aspect.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to keep ourselves safe.
Yeah.
From other people trying to invade.
Because I think people have like this bubble, right? Of their like, well, nowadays they're like, oh, I see that shit on the news, or I see it across the street.
Super disconnected.
Super disconnected. But it's like, no, bro, back in the day, it's like, I feel like that's why those people have that knowledge that we forget. Because it's like, they went through extreme levels of violence, bro. Every single, even go back, like, let's say 200 years ago, bro, everyone experienced, like, serious level of violence. So they had a greater understanding of, like, I need this to maintain my peace.
Yeah.
Because it's like Miyamoto Musashi, right? Killed 70 men in one-on-one sword fight. 70 men, bro. What does he preach about all the time?
Peace.
Exactly.
Be at peace with everything. Forgive people. Life is not that serious.
Right. Don't get hung up
on anything. Don't be attached to anything. And it's like, You would think a dude of his caliber would be like, nah, fucking just dominate, kill, be the
Violent
strongest.
as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm the fucking top man of the planet. I'm a god. But it's like, no, bro. Like, after he experienced killing 70 people in one-on-one combat, he's like, I know what life is because it's delicate.
Right, exactly.
It's delicate. 70 people. He like
my hands.
My hands have killed 70 people.
Crazy.
That's 70 lives. That's 70 humans.
It's like, this is easy to me.
Exactly.
It's like life is too delicate.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's like you go through that to be like, you know what? Life is delicate. Let me teach how delicate it is.
Right.
You know?
Shit. That'll be fucking insane getting taught that by him.
Yeah.
After he tells you he killed 70 people. No problem.
Yeah. And it's like, imagine being him. Imagine having that mindset of like you went from the top samurai and a legendary samurai, because everyone still fucking remembers him.
Right.
Thousands of years later.
Right.
You went from that at the time to being like, nah, like, be at peace with yourself.
Right.
That's what matters, you know? Everything else is just like a stupid attachment you give yourself to.
Yeah, because since he's capable of great violence, he's capable of great peace as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he can always protect it.
Yeah.
With the violence.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah. So we're really just learning violence to keep peace.
Yeah.
At any point, really.
It's like when people say necessary evil.
Yeah. Right.
It's the same thing with violence. Necessary violence. Like, it's not that violence is something that should be glorified or like, yeah, fucking, you should fuck people up to like make yourself feel good or feel good that you could defend yourself. It's like, no, it's like defending yourself and keeping the peace is only obtained through, I guess, fear tactics and violence. Because it's like, during times of war, you weren't like, oh, you know, let's just fucking negotiate and make a peace treaty. You know, you didn't.
Shit.
It was war, bro.
Yeah.
It was combat. It was people fighting.
Like, you want to go, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to go, bro?
You sure? I got army. You got army. Fuck it, bro.
Exactly.
And then it's like those people had to go through that to be like, this is what peace is. You know.
Exactly.
This is
like, we don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want that no more.
It's like, dude, it's like when you think about it, it's like we live in the craziest time in human history, right?
Basically, yeah.
Because it's like...
We're in the peace times.
Exactly, because it's like, bro, you were born in the times of Jesus, they would have killed you as a baby and threw you in the river on some crazy shit. Case. Yeah. If you were born in the times of World War II as a German kid, you would have been fooled to
all kinds of shit.
Yeah, like you would have been fooled to propaganda and joined the war and died in a brutal war. And then it's like people now are so distracted by this fucking thing that you have in your hand. Yeah,
this fucking thing, bro. Fuck that.
You're so distracted by like movies and there's just distractions that you're just like, damn, like, this can't happen to me, and this isn't real. But that shit happened, bro. World War II happened, all that happened. People are like, oh yeah, that's crazy. But it's like, no, bro, that happened. And the fact that you were born here compared to there is a different time of the world. And it's like, you need to realize, like, now is the time of peace, so maintain it.
Yeah, there's really nothing that's crazy that's happened in the U.S.
Yeah.
That we're like, damn, that was insane.
Yeah.
In our time. Besides, obviously... 9/11.
9/11 and the stock market crash and
that doesn't count because that's just
economy.
That's just us. That's our thing that happens. Yeah. But 9/11 should have not happened.
But talk about Great Depression though. I did a report on that when I was in school. Like being born in the early 1920s, like just this time ago. 100 years ago, bro. Just imagine, like, that time was fucked hard. So I don't know. Maybe we are going through those times again, because out here is not. I wouldn't say any better, because it definitely is better into 1928 when that shit happened. But is it progressively getting worse? Maybe.
Yes, it's always getting worse.
Better.
It's always getting worse.
Yeah.
Because we're like right now, we work hard to make peaceful times.
Yeah.
And now the peaceful times are here. We're going to start to slack off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to slack off enough for there to be hard times again.
Yeah, hard times.
And then we're going to have to work hard to get rid of those hard times to make peaceful times come back. And it's a little cycle forever.
Gear it up for the fucking hard times, man.
Only if we get smart and we're focusing on maintaining peaceful times.
Yeah. You just got to maintain it the best you can. Because like I said, bro, it's like people forget where we live. And it's like, or what time we live in. And it's just like, yo, bro, if you were born... any other time, you would not be bitching as hard as you bitch now, which is crazy because it was harder back then.
Like you only bitch because you got time.
Exactly. No, it's only a bit. It's like, yeah, exactly. You only bitch because you're up to nothing, bro. Like you don't got anything to distract yourself. You don't got anything to build off. So it's like that's why you're bitching, bro.
Yeah, that's really how it is.
Yeah,
it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that,
and it's just like if you know how to maintain life without bitching, in the sense of like that you could defend yourself and that you're capable of living life and that you're detached to shit, then you're not gonna bitch because it's like you already have that sense of like I can get through this.
Right.
And most people are like, how do I get through this?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like something about this, like figure it out, do it. It might suck, it might not suck.
Yeah.
Does it matter? No, because you're still gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Just get to it.
Just do it.
You know.
Do it. Yeah,
get started now before you want to get started later.
Yeah.
Might as well get started now.
That's true, yeah.
Facts.
Next one.
That's it, bro.
That's it?
That's it,
We
bro.
got through all the
questions.
topics.
All the topics.
That's good.
That's
We're at
awesome.
112.
112? That's good.
Well, 1 hour and 12. We can talk a little bit more if you guys got any more talking to do. You can think of something weird.
I got one. Assertiveness. How is it beneficial to be? It's balance. You need balance to be assertive, right? Because you can't be too assertive to where you come off as an asshole and overassert yourself, or overassert yourself to the wrong person, where you're in the wrong and they're just chilling. Because I've done that. But assertiveness, I feel like, is key. But like, how would you balance assertiveness with calmness? Because like you could use it to overassert yourself. You know, how would you balance?
What does assertiveness mean here?
Okay, asserting yourself meaning using a small applicable thing of violence to voice your reason for why you're like asserting yourself. Like say when I say excuse me, people are in my way, I say excuse me, coming through, pardon me, like, and I'll say that shit 3 different times, like get the fuck out of my way, because I'm a very let go person. Like I got places to be. Yeah. So you assert yourself, and then also when you're in public getting shit to eat, there's somebody not paying attention on their phone, and you know, even in traffic on their phone, you just give a light tap on the horn, be like, "Hey, motherfucker, sir, I'm not gonna wait here in traffic and wait until you notice it's a green light, because gas emissions are fucking high, and I'm not waiting another. You gotta go, motherfucker." So it's a light tap to let them know, "Hey, bro, pay attention." But you know, you can be a dick and wave the horn. You don't want that. But those light the light pushes of violence to violence is necessary, but it's also balancing it to where you don't overassert yourself, to where you come off as an asshole. But like my question is, how would you balance that shit? Like, what does it take to not overassert yourself, or to come off as, you know, as like get the fuck out of my way, or you know what I'm saying? Like move the fuck out, honking the horn. So like, what would you say like involves assertiveness, and how is that like beneficial to you? Are you an assertive person? Do you need to work on being assertive? Like what do you think that has to do with anything?
Well, like assertiveness is just being confident. It's extreme confidence almost, no? Yeah. Because you're being confident and forceful at the same time. Like, hey, dude, move. You know?
Is it confidence though? Because it's
because you're telling them to move because
calm.
You think that they should move.
Right.
You know?
Okay. That's true.
That's where your confidence is coming from. Like when you're like moving in between people, and you're like, "Hey guys, move." Yeah. You know? Yeah. And they don't move, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. You know? Why don't they move? It's probably because you're not telling them why to move. You know. But it really depends. It really depends.
I feel it.
So for me, I'm like when I'm thinking assertiveness, if you give them the reason of why you're being assertive, maybe they'll be more understanding. Yeah. You know.
That's true.
That's why you could be like, I'm doing this, coming through, type thing. Like get out the way, but you have to tell them why. Yeah. You know,
that's true.
You don't tell them why. They're like, you're the guy that's being annoying, actually. Okay. But you're just telling them to move for no reason.
Yeah, I feel it.
So they just need the reason.
That's not to be a purpose. I feel it.
And then nobody has no problem.
Yeah.
Unless they're trying to get something spilled on them or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Just tell them to move. What do you think? Assertiveness. When you think assertiveness, what does that mean to you?
Assertiveness, I think it's a simple meaning of like you're taking control of the moment, and it's like you're in command of what's happening now. You know?
Yes.
It's like you're
some aspect like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in the sense of like if something's gonna happen to you, you're gonna like control it. Every aspect, every angle, whatever's going on, it's like you're gonna react how you should react.
Right.
You know.
You're that guy.
Yeah, exactly. You're that guy. You're
Yeah.
that top G, bro. Top G. You're just like, whatever it is, it's a simple shit of like, hey, move out the way. You're gonna tell him to fucking move, because like you're gonna tell him to fucking move. It's like, yeah, it's like you're not gonna be like, oh, can you please, like, if you have not,
I'll be like, hey, I'm doing something. Get out the way.
Get out the way. Or it's like,
motherfucker, goddamn.
In fights, what I love about fights, bro, is like they're always talking shit. Always talking
it's
shit.
Fun. I bet it's so fun.
And they're
talking shit.
They're being assertive because they're like, bro, I trained for this. I could beat the fuck out of you. But then the other guy's like, hey, bro, I trained for this. I could beat the fuck out of you. And it's like
all right, let's find out.
It comes down to skill at that point. Who's more skilled?
Yeah, and then it's like, if you take that to the level of like someone who's trained to fight versus a dude who's never trained a day and just thinks he could fight.
Right.
When you're assertive and you're like, bro, relax. You don't want this. That like decreases the situation by such a fucking level.
That's facts.
That it's like, you don't need to just automatically jump in there and fuck them up, you know?
Right.
Because it's like, it's like, hey, bro, chill. You don't want this.
It's like, you legit don't want this, bro.
Yeah, like, you don't want this, bro. Like, chill. Like, I'm telling you. And, like, what's scarier, bro? Someone who immediately wants to fight you, or some dude who you want to fight, and he's like, bro, chill out.
Like, he told you calmly.
Yeah.
That's de-escalation,
calm down, bro.
Like, that's
that's what's scary.
Let's not go there, bro.
Yeah, let's not,
let's not go there, bro.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I wouldn't say that's assertiveness. I feel like that's just de-escalation, bro. Like,
yeah. That's
but you're asserting a particular tone.
Yeah, you're like, asserting yourself, yes, but you're also like de-escalating the shit through your sheer confidence.
Yeah, because you're not being forceful. That's why it's not assertive. Like
okay.
this,
I feel it.
It's semi-passive.
Semi-passive.
Because you're like, let's not do this, but you're kind of letting him know that.
Right.
You can do this if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, bro, no one wants to do this.
Right. It's like, why are you acting like you want to do this?
Yeah. It's
crazy people, man.
It's funny.
It's true.
But yeah, fighting. Learn how to fight or don't. Protect yourself at all times.
Right.
Do your best.
Be capable of doing something.
Yeah.
When something's about to happen to you.
It's just anything you could pick up is like anything you pick up as a skill is just gonna dominate the other person. Any simple martial art, I feel like, besides like the bullshit ones like kung fu, and aikido, and all that.
Yeah, no.
Steven Seagal that shit up, like, nah, bro.
They're like, relax.
That's rad.
All right. So we talked about fighting, we talked about discipline, and then we talked about mindset.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything to say?
Live life, get after it, and have a mentor. Find something that makes you better, inspire other people, smile at other people, and don't be the asshole in traffic cutting people off and flipping people off afterwards. Fuck that fool. And that's all I have to say.
That's a good one. I'm gonna sign off with find your passion, train hard at it, and you can only take yourself as far as you want to go. So if you could go to the top, take yourself there and keep pushing. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Oh, it's Jesus. I'll probably be here again some other time, so I'll be frequently guessing on here.
Looking forward to it.
I'll definitely like look forward to it and just keep on coming with the topics. So
let's go. All right.
Peace out to the big guy himself. We'll see you next time.
We'll just see you next time. All right. Peace
out.
out.
Take care, everyone.
yeah.
Cool shit, bro.
Nice.